Sasa, today we will sisi kwa Tupike. Sasa, we are going to cook. And cooking is my passion. Cooking is in my blood. I've learned cooking since the age of 8 years. When I was 8 years old, I started cooking. So it's like ages and so many years I've been cooking. I explore, I like to explore, I love to learn new things, and starting from the food, every part of the food, if you tell me desserts or starters or juices or sauces or main courses, or my biggest passion is my cakes. I love baking cakes. I have baked several cakes, and you name it, I can do a car cake, I can do a sari cake, I can do a makuti cake, I can do anything and everything for the cake, and that is my passion. Another thing, today we are going to start with something healthy options for the breakfast. I'm sure you are all going to love it, and you are all going to use it, and you are all going to make it for your Sunday breakfast. And the ingredients which we are going to use are all easily available in a local market, economical and healthier as well. So today we are going to start with this one. I'm sure you are all aware about the parathas. Parathas is mane kama chapatis, like in chapatis with vegetables. Chapatis which has got something inside healthier, which makes your breakfast very rich, very interesting and very exciting. And also the children, the family, the seniors of the family, watu kubwa, ma watu ndogo, toto dogo, watu wote tapenda yo chapati. So that is what we are going to do it today. Can I introduce all the ingredients first? This is like a wheat flour, unga ya ganu, and these two are the radish muli, we call it muli. So this is the white part of radish and this is the green part of muli. This is gram flour, and to make it little spicy, we have got some chilies and ginger and some seeds like caravan seeds and samsam. And of course, we have to season it with the salt. So these are our basic ingredients we have to first bind the dough with this. So let's start it. Okay, this is flour which goes in the bowl. And then we start making another flour which is a gram flour. Gram flour makes it a bit crunchy. When we cook the parathas, the outer part has a bit crispy. So gram flour helps us in there. And now, as I've mentioned, this is a white radish, and I've just grated it. If you think it's a lot of water, you can squeeze it, but you can leave a little bit of water in case if you need it to use it later on. So you can see we are just one by one, we are adding all the ingredients, and this is the green part of the radish. This parathas is little tasty, tangy taste, but it's really healthier option. And some ginger, it's just a crushed ginger to make it little spicy. Chilies. It goes like color, if you can see the colors white and green. So even while making the parathas, the color looks so beautiful, so tempting that you feel to it. And some seeds and some caravan. We call it ajmo, but it's called caravan. And finally, to season it, some salt. You can adjust your as per requirements, even if you don't want to use salt, because this radish and chilies, so sometimes people are not very keen to use salt, so you can omit the salt as well. So our dry ingredients are ready. Now we are going to make it, just adding little bit of oil. You can use any oil, you can use corn oil, you can use olive oil or even sunflower oil, so many options. And now you have to use your hands to bind the dough. Don't add water directly, just mix it. Sometimes the water itself of mooli or radish will be enough to make the, you can see the color is coming up so well. And you have to make it not very stiff, not very soft, because you want to roll it. And if you see that it's little bit water required, so we take it very slowly. Don't add so much water at a time. And flavoring. It gives such a beautiful aroma that all the senses are awakened. You feel like eating. Normally, you know what we say, this food tastes good, this food doesn't taste good. But have you ever noticed the taste doesn't come first, taste always comes last? How? Let me explain you. We have got 5 senses. The first one, when you look at the food, you feel like eating, so that's you are using your eye, the sight senses. The second one, whenever you are eating, you have to touch it, touch the food, so your touching sense comes in. Then you bring it closer to your nose, so you smell, so you're using your smell senses. Then you crunch, so that sound, when you eat, that crunch sound gives you temptation. And then the last thing comes is a taste. So normally we always say it tastes good, it doesn't taste good. But it's not always taste. There are so many other factors behind any food. Chakula wote, kama wewe na pika kwa hati, kwa roho, chakula takuwa mazuri kabisa. So I need to wash my hands before I come to roll them. If you are having guests, or if you think that in the morning the children will not be waiting, they'll be very much into rush, so you can prepare it in advance and put it in the fridge, and then the next day morning you can cook it. Yeah, so that goes here. And you know, you should be multitasking. While the one part is getting ready, you can still roll the other one. So you don't waste your gas, or you don't waste your time as well. So you should be multitasking, roll and cook together. So our second paratha is also ready. And let's look at here how it goes. And if you think that it's going to be hot, you can use your spatula and then turn it a little bit. You can see the design, the marks which is coming up. So this is up to here, it is called one fry. So you can remove it, put it on the side, let it get cool, pile it, put it in the container, put it in the fridge to use it next time. But here right now we are going to finish it, the finished product. And you can see the smoke is coming out. And then once you feel that the back part is ready, put it on a slow. And then you pour some oil over it. And even here, if you are really conscious about your calories, you can do it without oil as well. And then you turn it. So you can see the back part. Make sure you put your gas on a slow, so it cooks well and it becomes very crispy. And there are so many accompaniments you can use with this parathas. You can see the brown spots which are there. It makes it very crispy and it's not undercooked, it's not overcooked. You can see that. And I'm so happy with the green color which is showing here, which makes it really, really tempting, as I mentioned earlier. Kama naona mzuri, napenda sana. You think that, yes, I want to eat this because it looks so beautiful. And we also think that the first impression, so anything which you see and you like it, so you love it to eat it. So that's our paratha is ready. Let's go for the second one, which we've already rolled earlier. And it goes like this. So I think I'm really happy with this, and I'm sure whoever is watching this are going to try, are going to make it. And it's really, really easy. It's not complicated, it's not difficult. The ingredients are all easily available, and it's exciting. Children will love that, especially when I'll show you how to eat it. What can be the accompaniments you can have this paratha? You will love it. So let's turn this. Yeah. On Sunday morning, if you think you wake up and you feel you want to have something, a family breakfast, which normally people don't get time to have a family time together. So this type of parathas, make it, sit on the table, even take it on your plate and sit on your garden and enjoy it. And I'm sure you will love it. So now this is ready. You can see the back parts. And then the time comes to pour the oil. You can limit the portion of oil. And make sure you cook it on a slow flame. Don't put it very high, otherwise it will burn from outside and will be a bit raw, but done. So you make sure you put it on a lower flame. And if you think that it is a bit low, then you can higher the temperature of your gas. And another thing, you know, when you cook this parathas on jiko, our traditional jiko, it will give a more flavoring with the charcoal. When you use makara, tapenda sana yo. Flavor ya makara will give more aroma to this parathas. So yes, I'm happy with this parathas, and you can see this. So now our muli parathas are ready with a beautiful green color and really, really yummy aroma. So we'll be right back after the break. How to eat it, what to eat it with. Welcome back to Tupike after the break. Let's cook again. We continue cooking, so welcome back. So another parathas. You know, parathas is like chapatis, and you know chapatis, but this time, first we made muli paratha, and that was like we combined all the ingredients and we made the parathas. And now the next one which we are doing is like a stuffed parathas. It's like a chapati, lekin dani yake naongezwa kama niboga na tena na something very interesting. Oats. You know, we always say that we should always eat the balanced diet. And how do you make it balanced? You should have all the vegetables, some carbs and some fats. So you combine everything and that makes your food balanced diet. So we are going to make it like a stuffed paratha. Let's cook the stuffing first. Let's make the stuffing first. For the stuffing, we are going to peas like matra, and then we have carrots. We just grated the carrots, gajra, and then something very healthy is spinach, or we can use also sukuma, up to you. And then there is oats, which I'll show you how and when we are going to use this. So let's make the stuffing first. Okay, so we are ready to make our stuffing. Let's go. Again, you can use oil, you can use butter, you can use kimbo, you can use any fat you like. And you add a little bit, about 2-3 spoons. And you wait until it becomes a bit hot. I'm sure you're all familiar with all these ingredients, but sometimes, like this is mustard seeds. This is a very good, healthier spice. And then we have some cumin seeds. We have some sesame. And then we have this caravan seeds. And we have some corianders, which like dhania. You plant it in your garden and you get your fresh coriander every day. And something very interesting, chilies, dry chilies. And I'm sure we are all aware about this. It's called loving. It's a clove, which has got a very, very good properties in there. It is for the digestion, for your constipation. This is something very useful. It's called cloves. So it's very hot. So you have to be careful when you are using this. So you can see this oil is ready. Let's go. Let's add some. You can see the splatters. It splatters. And even you can listen that sound. And some mustard seeds. And you may turn off the gas because you don't want it to get burnt. We go one by one. Start with the green peas. You can see, you can hear that sound, that splash. Minaweza sema maneno moja hapa. You can use any vegetables. It's not necessarily you need peas or you need carrots or you need spinach. You can use makai, you can crush your makai, and you can use your sukuma, and you can use even sweet potatoes, whichever you like. And then here it goes the spinach. And believe me, this is such healthier options of your breakfast, you know, because it has got all the vegetables, it has got carbs and the ingredients which are needed, the properties which you need for your healthy balance. You can see the colors. I'm sure that the aroma which is coming out makes you tempting. And now the time goes for the spicy. So let's do it. And then the final ingredients comes here. It's oats. Oats is really, really very healthier option for porridge. We make it uji, we make porridge, and even we can make so many other dishes from this oats. And you know, we provide porridge like uji to so many kids around Kenya who are in the schools. And we have found, you know, personally I visited the schools and we were watching, the kids were like fainting, kids were not happy at the school. And we did the survey and we found out that there was a lack of nutrition. They didn't have any food at home. So they were coming to the school empty stomach. And obviously if you don't have anything in the breakfast in the morning, how we are going to survive the whole day? How we are going to learn? How can you concentrate in your studies? And that gives us the tears in our eyes, and we said, no, we should do something. And that's where our Uji project started. Since last 10 years, we started with only 50 kids, and today we have got 20,000 children under our Uji project. On a regular basis, all 5 school days, we make hot porridge for them, and they relish it, and they are so happy. You know, if you see their faces, they are really, really happy to get that cup of Uji. So yes, get back to our parathas. Our stuffing is ready, and I'm sure you all can see this nicely. It has got carrots, it has got peas, it has got spinach and all the spices, and of course the oats. And on the ball to make it cool it little bit. And before we start, make our unga. Okay, so our stuffing is ready. So let's keep it on the side while we make our dough. Okay, so now we have to make the dough, unga. This is unga yaganu. Then we just add some salt. We are not going to add any spices in this. It's going to be plain because our stuffing is already very, very spicy, and it has got all the flavors inside. So we don't need anything on the outer cover. What we need is just a little bit of oil. And then you need some butter to bind that, to make sure you don't pour. So that's our unga and that's our stuffing. So both the things are ready. So let me wash and come back and we start rolling the parathas. Okay, so now our stuffing and dough, everything is ready. Now what we need is to roll the parathas and stuff the parathas with the stuffing. So what we will do first, let's make some bowls ready from this. It has become like a cold now, and you can see you can bind it together, and that oats has helped us to get this ready. It's like a ball. You can play around, you can create your own things, that what you want, how you want. First you roll the first part, put your stuffing inside, press it a little bit, and then you cover it from all the 4 directions. Let's make this a square parathas, okay? So that's our stuffing is ready inside. So we are targeting to make it a square one. You can take them with you, you know, you can tell children, kids, let's cook together. Tupike, pamoja. So even they will enjoy and they will feel very great. You know, it's the same way. When you earn your own money, you feel so great. It's in the same way, when you cook your own food, of course you feel so great, so happy. And when you serve someone, you'll be so happy that, look, I have cooked it, I have made it. And it's really exciting. One of the paratha is ready and it's on the pan here, getting ready. It's hot enough. And meanwhile, we can roll the second parathas. And you can add some, we call it ghee, which is like a clarified butter, or butter itself, or any sort of oil or fats. And even you can cook it without oil or without any fat. This aroma is coming out. Hey, look at this color. I love it. And again, this paratha will also go with some of the accompaniments which we are going to create very soon, very soon. Yes, you can see the puff. If you press it, comes back. It's been stuffed very well, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. Yeah, so this one of the paratha is ready, steaming hot. Okay, so our parathas are ready, and of course we need something to eat with those parathas, those chapatis. So we have got several sauces and some of the salads. So let's go one by one. This is tamarind sauce, and which is like a tangy tamarind and jaggery sauce, and it has got a little bit of salt, little bit of chili powder, little bit of cumin powder, and it is really yummy, tangy tamarind sauce. So it goes there. And then we have a fresh green coriander sauce. Second sauce, and sasa hiyo ni kali kabisa. Red bullet, it's called a red chili sauce, and only people who are dare to eat this should try. It's a really hot red bullet sauce, and this is something very interesting, which has got several variations you can do with this. This we have done it with yogurt and maziwa lala, the cucumber. So you just grate the cucumbers, mix it with yogurt, add some coriander, some salt, and you're ready to go. And of course, as I've mentioned, we need some vegetables to go with it. These are a very thin, you can see this is really nice and yummy, and it's just a radish which we use for the radish paratha. You can roll them. So our stuffed parathas are ready with the salad to go on the table with all the sauces, and I'm sure you are going to enjoy it. Tupike pamoja.